mama when I ring. No, that's not the whole thing. I just think it's crazy good, actually. What? I know my God. I thought really good. I'm right here. Yeah. That's so good. It's actually good. Omaha stuff. Get your picture. I'm gonna have to try to find it. Yeah, I probably did that. It doesn't have anything on it. It has such a good song. Yeah, people are adding glass. Because she's not. I actually this is it's actually a lot. It's probably 20 times better than girl. Out of your layup. Yeah, actually it is so true. Good. 10 times better than the actual reality. Oh, you're great. Yeah, here you go. You're gonna have to do that too. Like, how do you do it though? No, I asked. That's crazy. Where do you get into there? Well, stats is probably way harder than graphics. I've never done this. Honestly, fair. 3 minutes, I just say that like you're
Titan fans, as you enter the stadium, head to the north side of the concourse. Get yourself a Titan burger or a Southside dog. Something cold to drink, maybe some chips. Either way, the dogs and the burgers are fresh off the grill. Get them while they're hot. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Papillion La Vista South High School for Senior Night. Tonight, we would like to pay tribute to the senior football players, athletic trainers, and their parents. Please direct your attention to the track below and the video board for a special presentation honoring our senior athletes and trainers.
My name is Keith Handy. I'm from Mississippi and Kansas City. I went to Wonderful Elementary School. It's my 4th year playing football. My future plans are undecided. My biggest inspiration is my mom.
My name is Casey Popish. My parents are Melissa and John Popish. I went to Beecher Elementary School. This is my 4th year playing football. My future plans are to play college football at Northern Illinois University, and my biggest inspiration is Yama Jones.
My name is Ben Schaefer. My parents are Philip and Kelly Schaefer. I went to Water Creek Elementary School. This is my 4th year playing football. My future plans are undecided. My biggest inspiration is my parents.
My name is Carson Finn. My parents are here.
I went to Innocent Grove Elementary School. This is my 4th year playing football. My future plans are to attend a 4-year university, and my biggest inspiration is my mom.
My name is Kenyon Hunt. My parents are Kenya and Tarian Hunt. I went to Peter Sophie Elementary School. This is my 1st year playing football at Papillion La Vista. My future plans are to play in the NFL, and my biggest inspiration is my parents.
My name is Ira Cooper. My parents are Ira and Fanny Cooper. I went to Fair Heights Elementary School. This is my 4th year of high school football. My future plans are undecided. My biggest inspiration is my mom.
My name is Jordan Harris. My parents are Glenn and Donna Harris. I went to Bell Elementary School. This is my 4th year playing football. My future plans are to go to a 4-year college and study business, and my biggest inspiration is my father.
My name is Alexander Fisher-Tico. My parents are Ray Fisher and Forty Tico. I went to Larry West Elementary School. This is my 4th year playing football. My future plans are to go play college football. My biggest inspiration is my mother.
My name is Chase Cunningham. My parents are Benji and Joe Cunningham. I went to Florida Elementary School. This is my 4th year playing football. My future plans are to major in aviation management. My biggest inspiration is Jonathan Jones.
My name is Cole McQueen. My parents are Joe McQueen and Avery McQueen. I went to LeMay Elementary School. This is my 4th year playing football. My future plans are trying to get into a good college. And my biggest inspiration is my family.
My name is Anthony Chambers. My parents are Anthony and Ashley Chambers. I went to Fairchild Elementary School. This is my 4th year playing football. My future plans are to go to UNO or UNL for physical therapy. And my biggest inspiration is my family.
My name is Trayvon Johnson. My parents are Adrian and Marvin Perkins. I went to Fairchild Elementary School. This is my 4th year playing football. My future plans are one-time college. My biggest inspiration is my great-grandfather.
My name is Ryan Kimmy. My parents are DJ and Sherry Kimmy. I went to Patriot Elementary School. This is my 4th year playing football. My future plans are to major in social work in college, and my biggest inspiration is my parents.
My name is Giannis Meltike. My parents are Ali and Irene Meltike. I went to Wonderful Elementary School. This is my 2nd year playing football. My future plans are to study finance. I'll say my biggest inspiration is my future self.
My name is Ben O'Hare. My parents are Becky, Lundy, and Mike O'Hare. I went to Third Queen Elementary School. This is my 4th year playing high school football. My future plans are to attend UNL and get a business degree, and my biggest inspiration is my grandpa.
My name is John Schlitzman. My parents are Adam Schlitzman and Jenna Strickland. I went to Sealy Elementary School in California. This is my 3rd year playing football. My future plans are enlisting in the United States Marine Corps. My biggest inspiration is my family, Chris Kyle, and people that serve in the military.
My name is Angel Estevez. My parents are my dad, my stepmom, and my mom. I went to my favorite elementary school, Christ Church Magnet Middle School, Omaha. This is my 3rd year playing football. My future plans would be financially wealthy, and my biggest inspiration is my family.
My name is Tyler Stewart. My parents are TJ and Megan Stewart. I went to Bell Elementary. This is my 4th year playing high school football. My future plans are undecided, and my biggest inspiration is my dad.
My name is Aaron Steele Bison. My parent is Maria Dallarell. I went to Patriot Elementary School. This is my 1st year playing football. My future plans are to be in law enforcement. My biggest inspiration is my mother. My name is Matthew Shimmons. My parents are Paul and Marianne Shimmons. I went to Drummer Park Elementary School. This is my 4th year playing high school football. My future plans are to be an electrician. My biggest inspiration are my parents.
My name is Louis Missouri. My parents are Celia and Jerome T. Legray. I went to Andrew Elementary School. This is my second year playing football. My future plans are to major in business and minor in computer science. My biggest inspiration is my dad.
My name is Colin Young. My parents are Karen and Peter Young. I went to Bell Elementary School. This is my third year playing high school football. My future plans are to go to a four-year college and study exercise sciences and become a chiropractor. My biggest inspiration is my dad.
My name is Caleb Stroutman. My parents are Brandon and Amber Stroutman. I went to Trumbull Park Elementary School. This is my fourth year playing high school football. My future plans are to attend UNL and pursue a marketing degree. My biggest inspiration is my parents.
My name is Nick Heich. My parents are Doug and Ellen Heich. I went to Walnut Creek Elementary School, and this is my fourth year playing high school football. My future plans are physics and mechanical engineering, and my biggest inspiration are my parents.
My name is Hayden Whitted. My parents are Chris and Tammy Whitted. I went to Patriot Elementary. This is my fourth year playing high school football. My future plans are to go to college and study sports media and play football. My biggest inspiration.
My name is Cooper Warren. I'm going to Warren. I went to Patriot Elementary. This is my fourth year playing football. My future plans are to go to a 4-year college for mechanical engineering. And my biggest inspiration is
My name is Brandon Lane. My parents are Diane and Tammy. I went to St. Joseph from my elementary school. This is my second year playing football, and my future plans are Wayne State, and my biggest inspiration is John Wayne.
My name is Kate Blake. My parents are I went to Varsity Elementary School. This is my fourth year playing football.
My name is James Mintel. My parents are Jody and Mark Mintel. I went to Trumbull Park Elementary School. This is my third year playing football. My future plans are to study physics and Allen State.
My name is Caitlin Rockwell. My parents are Matt and Tony Rockwell. I went to Walnut Creek Elementary School. This is my second year in athletic training. My future plans are to attend a 4-year college. And my favorite part of my life is
My name is Anthony Chambers. My parents are Anthony and Ashley Chambers. I went to Patriot Elementary School. My future plans are to go to UNL and UNL physical therapy. My biggest inspiration is my dad.
My name is Cameron Curtis. My parents are Matt and Terry Curtis. I went to Walnut Creek Elementary School. This is my second year in athletic training. My future plans are to attend Ford University to play baseball. My favorite part of play training is being on the staff.
No, I'm just like, I know, I'm like,
My name is Grant Gilbride. My parents are Taylor and Joe Gilbride. I went to Perry County Elementary School. This is my second year in athletic training. My future plans are to go to University and continue my athletic career. My favorite part of athletic training is being on the sidelines of the football games. My name is
My name is Brooke. I went to Patriot Elementary School. My future plans are to attend the 4-year business. My favorite part of athletic training is supporting people. My name is Ella Ball. My parents are Mike and Susan Ball. I went to Bell Elementary. This is my second year in athletic training. My future plans are to study theology.
My name is Craig Coleman. I went to Walnut Creek Elementary School. This is my second year in athletic training. My future plans are to study finance on the other side of basketball. My favorite part of athletic training is the opportunity to field.
My name is Patty Christian. My parents are James and Susan. I went to Burke Elementary. This is my second year in athletic training. My future Papillion Elementary School in Colorado Springs, Colorado. This is my second year of athletic training. My future plans are to study sports medicine at Papillion University and my year of art athletic.
My name is Nathan Taylor. I'm an 8th senior. I went to Papillion Elementary School. This is my second year in athletic training. My future plans are to become a 4-year college to study kinesiology. My favorite part of athletic training is supporting the teams.
My name is Mason Schroeder. My parents' names are Carrie and Ryan Schroeder. I went to Papillion Elementary School. This is my second year of athletic training. My future plans are to study law at a 4-year university, and my favorite part of athletic training is watching the games.
My name is Lily Houston. My parents are Burke and Joe Houston. I went to Trumbull Park Elementary School. This is my second year of athletic training. My future plans are to attend Nebraska Medical College to study medicine, and my favorite part of athletic training is seeing the town birthday.
My name is Julia Watson, and my parents are Richard and Ann Watson. I went to Concordia Academy for elementary school, and this is my second year in athletic training. My future plans are to attend either Creighton University or the University of Kansas for my training year. And my favorite part of athletic training is
My name is Boris Wilson. My parents are Bruce and Harry. I went to Papillion Elementary School. My future plans are to attend
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big round of applause for all our senior athletes, athletic trainers, and their parents. Thank you for all of your dedication and hard work over the last 4 years. Titan fans, now's a great time. Head to the north side of the concourse and get a Titan burger or a Southside dog. Or head to the concession stand. Grab something to eat, something cold to drink before the game begins. Now entering the field, the Papillion La Vista South High School Titan Marching Band. The Marching Titans are led by drum majors Bailey Bruce, Jackson Baker, and Jenna McVicker. Tonight, we celebrate Senior Night, including 36 incredible seniors and their parents who are part of the Titan Band.
Why are you looking for Jake?
The seniors in the band are Molly Borkman, daughter of Nicole and Greg Borkman. Lauren Boyle, daughter of Kelly and Katie Boyle. Bailey Bruce, daughter of Amy and Robert Bruce. Eden Butler, daughter of Colin and Amy Butler. Jack Denny, son of Rick and Stacy Denny. Callan Grant, son of Chris and Lindsay Grant. Gabe Hughes, son of John and Annie Murphy, and William Hughes and Sidney Bruno. Cooper Greer, son of Chris and Jenny Greer. Meredith Hill, daughter of Carol Hill, and Matt and Shayna Hill. Jack Hook, son of Patrick and Lisa Hook. Olivia Howitt, daughter of Vicki and Matt Howitt. Alicia Jones, daughter of Bobby Jones and Alton Jones. Elena Lozada, daughter of Christy and Luis Lozada. Riley Mayfield, son of Justin and Chris Mayfield. Giannis Melisike, son of Bali Melisike and Irene Tuguma. Grant Mott, son of Katie and Dan Mott. Kendall Murphy, daughter of Cammie Nelson and Kyle and Bridget Murphy. Rourke Nebel, daughter of Doug and Megan Nebel. Jaden Orme, daughter of Jeanette and Brian Orme. Noah Packard, son of Sarah and Sam Packard. Phoebe Pinkerton, daughter of Scott and the late Jennifer Pinkerton. Evan Rademski, son of Aaron and Brett Rademski. Zoe Ratikas, daughter of Shelley and Brian Kerr and the late Will Ratikas. Olivia Ring, daughter of Rebecca Ring. Savannah Schmidt, daughter of Sophie and Kevin Schmidt. John Skratsky, son of Margaret and Matt Skratsky. Taylor Smith, daughter of Amy and Ken Smith. Louis Svensson, daughter of Adam and Gina Svensson. John Temple, son of Allison and Jesse Temple. Micah Terrell, son of Stephen and Stephanie Terrell. Colton Jewell, son of Paul Cooper Jr. and Sandy Jacobson. Matthew Valenta, son of Terry and Andrew Valenta. Jack Vossen, son of Adam and Sherry Vossen. Luke Willard, son of Anita and Brett Willard. Caitlin Ibarra, son of Carl and Jeannie Ibarra. And Malia Young, daughter of Chrissy and Chad Thomas and Jeremy Young. Let's hear it for all of our band and color guard seniors and their parents. Thank you for your dedication and hard work over the years. All right, Titan fans, get on your feet and sing along as the band plays Hail to the Titans. And now, would everyone please rise, remove your hats, and remain standing for the presentation of the nation's colors and the playing of the national anthem. The colors are being presented by the Papillion La Vista Community Schools Navy Junior ROTC Color Guard. The members of the Color Guard today are Armando Gonzalez, Titus Pummer, Joel Akinatico. They are commanded by Paige Abrahamson. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Thank you. Now let's get ready to cheer on our Titans as the Papillion La Vista South Marching Band plays The Victors. before you leave tonight, be sure to get your ticket for Beef with the Band and be part of the raffle for an entire quarter of high-quality Nebraska beef, conveniently delivered, wrapped and frozen. 4 winners will be chosen, and tickets are only $25 each.
And here come your Papillion La Vista South Titans. Hello everyone and welcome to the PLV Media broadcast of Friday Night Lights High School Football here at Foundation Field in Papillion, Nebraska between the 2-5 Omaha Burke Bulldogs and the 3-4 Papillion La Vista South Titans. Thank you to the PLV Media parents for providing the food for our crew tonight. Also, thank you to BCDM Architects for sponsoring the meals for PLV Media. Tonight's game forecast is partly cloudy with a temperature of 70 degrees. Welcome up to the broadcast booth. I'm Brody Carter, joined by V. Blashek. The Bulldogs have deferred, so the Titans will receive the ball in the first half. Tonight's game theme for the Titans student section is Pink Out.
The Bulldogs are coming off a 69-39 loss against the Norfolk Panthers. Senior quarterback Nate Collins had an outstanding game against the Panthers, throwing for 399 passing yards and 5 touchdowns. Running back DeAndre Dangerfield was limited on the ground, carrying the ball 20 times for just 49 yards. Leading receiver for the Bulldogs was junior Dayton Collins, who had 5 receptions for 143 yards and 2 touchdowns. Marcus Buchanan also had himself a game with 9 receptions, 101 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the night. Sliding over to the defense, Austin Townsend was the Bulldogs' leading tackler with 7. Braylon Dorsey also had an interception.
The Titans are coming off a 77-14 loss against the Omaha South Packers. Titans quarterback Chase Cunningham was 8 for 9 with 147 yards and 2 passing touchdowns. Grant Beckenauer also had 2 passing touchdowns. Derek Jones had 8 carries for 125 yards and 3 touchdowns. Logan Arch also got to the end zone once. Casey Popish was Cunningham's go-to with 93 yards. However, Colt McQueen and Elon Washington both had 2 receiving touchdowns. Popish was the team's leading tackler, as well as Ty McDougal, while they both had 4. While Popish had 3 TFLs and McDougal had 2. Popish got to the quarterback twice and McDougal got once. Ryan Kimmy and Cole Lemp had an interception. However, Lemp's led to a pick 6. And Aaron Steele Bison was 8 for 11 on PATs and 1 for 1 on field goals. Derek Jones and Elon Washington back deep for the Monarchs. Correction, Titans. Kicker for Burke is number 20, number 80, Carson Paddock.
Titans will be starting with ball tonight. The Titans have been a fairly consistent team so far, have just not been able to get the wins that they need to. They struggled 3 straight losses early on in the season against their rivals, the Papillion La Vista South Monarchs, and other good teams like the Miller North Mustangs. However, they were definitely in some of those games, especially against the Monarchs. They almost won that game. A couple calls go their way and a little more discipline. Titans win that game.
After the penalty there, it'll be 1st and 10 on the 35. Cunningham in shotgun, gives it to Derek Jones. Jones going up the middle. Jones gets about 7 on the carry. Was taken down by number 6, Ciandre Dangerfield.
And Derek Jones is a great running back for the Titans. He has been one of the most consistent players for them. So far this season, he's had 143 carries and 831 rushing yards.
Cunningham rolls out right, tries to give it to Popish. That is incomplete, goes out of his hands.
And Casey Popish, for those of you who do not know, is a great tight end for the Papillion La Vista South Titans, a senior who is going to be playing for the Northern Illinois Huskies next season as a freshman.
It'll be 3rd and 3 from the 42. Jones going out right, gets the 1st down, breaking tackles, and he gets to about the 43-yard line. Christopher Johnson on the carry, or on the tackle for Papillion South.
Now, Burke has been playing some really great opponents so far this season. However, they just haven't been able to get wins, much like the Titans. So this is definitely a game of proven teams. The Titans have to win this game tonight, because if they lose this game, they are essentially out of playoff contention.
Cunningham gives it to Popish, taken down by number 22, Carnell Dangerfield.
And Casey Popish, only with 24 receptions, he's put up 395 yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. He is a beast on the receiving end, and no wonder he's a D1 athlete.
Popish in, it'll be a flag.
Looks like some movement on the line there.
It'll be a false start on the Titans, so that'll move them back 5. It'll be 2nd and 8. Correction, yeah, 2nd and 8 from the 41-yard line.
And this offensive line is incredibly experienced. They have at least 3 seniors on this offensive line. So seeing mistakes like that is really frustrating for head coach Tim Cloninger.
Derek Jones going out right, and he gets the 1st down.
And the rushing attack for the Titans is a big factor tonight. Obviously, Chase Cunningham is going to have to continue having good games. However, if the Titans want to win this game, a rushing attack is necessary.
Elon Washington on the carry, making people miss. He's going down to the 11. Taken down by Ciandre Dangerfield.
And Ciandre Dangerfield for the Burke Bulldogs is an incredibly great linebacker. So far this season, he has 27 total tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss, a sack, and a punt block.
Cunningham tries to give it to Popish, I believe, and there is a flag down. And Dangerfield, he has 1 pass breakup.
Oh, pass breakup.
Will be pass interference on the defense, so that will move the Titans to half the distance to the goal. And what's even crazier about Ciandre Dangerfield is that he is a sophomore.
He's only
and
a sophomore.
he has these kinds of stats. So expect him to be athletic his next 2 years in high school.
These Burke Bulldogs really have some young pieces. They are a young overall team. Some of their greatest players are only sophomores. There's not a lot of seniors on this team. So if the Burke Bulldogs are not going to be a win this season kind of team, they're going to be a few years before they're going to be an absolute dominant force.
The ref blew that last play dead. So now it is 1st and 4 from the 6. Cunningham going in the back of the end zone for Popish. And Brylan Dorsey swats it down. So it'll be 2nd and 4 from the 6.
And great pass deflection there by Brylan Dorsey. You need to get those breakups so you can limit this pretty talented Titan passing attack. Chase Cunningham is one of the better quarterbacks in Class A at the moment. He is 3rd in the district at the moment for a QB rating.
And Derek Jones down the right side, and Jones gets in for the touchdown. Correction, he's out at the 1. We did not get a signal from the refs.
And that looked like that could have been in. I would strongly argue against that call, but you really can't do anything against the refs. And we do not have replay tonight. We are short one person tonight, so we cannot be doing replay, however.
Jones on the carry, taken down by Christopher Johnson.
And Christopher Johnson has been a pretty consistent tackler for the Burke Bulldogs. Burke has a fairly strong defense, but it's just the passing defense that they really are struggling with. They need to be able to limit a talented passer like Chase Cunningham with someone as good as Casey Popish on the other side.
Cunningham fakes it to Jones, gives it to Popish, and Popish will get in for the Titan touchdown. Score, Papillion South 6, Omaha Burke 0.
And that's what's so dangerous about Casey Popish. He's not just a receiving threat, he is not just a blocker, but you can put him anywhere on the field. There is a guarantee he's probably going to be a target for the passing attack, whether it is Grant Beckenhauer or it is Chase Cunningham on the offensive side of the ball for the Titans.
Popish gets the 2-point conversion for Papillion South. Score is now 8-0.
Great start here by these Titans. This is the kind of start you want from a Titans team who has struggled early in the first and second quarters in these games. So starting off early against a Burke team that is much better than their record would suggest. Burke is 2-5 on the season with some pretty good losses on their belt, I would say. They played such teams as Elkhorn South, who are one of the best in the district right now. They lost to Fremont, who is in the best district in the conference, in the Class A right now. Excuse me.
They also lost to a very good Omaha Westview team, which Papillion South did beat, and they did lose to Crane Prep. So they have played very tough teams. Yeah, it's not Westside, it's not Millard South, but they've played tough teams in Class A.
And the thing is that the tough teams the Titans are beating are the ones Omaha Burke is losing to.
Christopher Johnson fields it. Correction, that was Carnell Dangerfield. It was taken down by Ben Myers and Anthony Chambers.
Anthony Chambers is a great senior defensive back for the Titans. So far this season, Anthony Chambers has 22 total tackles, 5.5 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. Excuse me, wrong statistics. He has 34 total tackles and 0.5 sacks.
Dangerfield on the carry.
Number 22.
Taken out by Grant Beckenauer. He will get the Burke first down.
And Carnell Dangerfield, the older of the two Dangerfields, is a junior for this Burke team. Now he so far has 94 carries with 472 rush yards and 5 rushing touchdowns.
Dangerfield on the carry again. And he's wrapped up again by Grant Beckenauer.
Grant Beckenauer is a multi-position player. He's a great player in so many different positions. He can play quarterback to a fairly high level. He is a great punter, and he is a great defensive player.
And last week in their blowout win against Omaha South, Beckenauer did have 2 passing touchdowns.
And that is a little strange for Beckenauer, as he is usually who they go to for a quarterback sneak situation. Quarterbacks, because Beckenauer is athletic and he is quick.
Number 3.
Nothing against Chase Cunningham's speed and ability, but Grant Beckenauer just has this ability to escape the pocket and find the open field.
He's also bigger than Cunningham as well, so he can get into those open spaces and basically bulldoze people.
He is a strong individual. No wonder he's such a great defensive player.
Dangerfield. And another false start by Omaha Burke. It'll be 2nd and 12 from the 38.
Now I'm gonna quickly talk about Nate Collins, the Burke quarterback. So far this season, he has thrown 198 passes, has completed 111 of them, with 1,727 passing yards, 17 touchdowns, and 219 rush yards.
And Collins escaping the pocket, going upfield, taken down by the stud DB Keith Hamby.
And that is a matchup we are going to be seeing a lot tonight. Keith Hamby challenging Nate Collins. Nate Collins is one of the more underrated quarterbacks, I would say, in the Class A. He's not a Millard South Justin Tamalia. He's not going to have up to 2,000 passing yards like in 6 games. But he is a consistent passer, and he's more of a consistent runner, as he has 5 rushing touchdowns for a quarterback. You see that a lot in the modern leagues today with mobile quarterbacks taking over. So Nate Collins is a strong player, and it's unfortunate for this Burke team they're going to be losing him because he's a senior this year.
Timeout. Omaha Burke. And Burke calls their first timeout of the half. They will have 2 remaining. And last week, like I said, the Titans defeated the Packers, and we actually spoke to Coach Wesson, and he said they're still in the hunt for a district title, as we are 2-0 in district play currently. We know that if we win this week, we will lock up a guaranteed playoff spot. So there's plenty on the line to keep the boys motivated at this point in the season. The offense will continue to attack the ground game and take advantage of opportune passing situations. The defense will look to fly around, putting lots of pressure on Burke's good passing attack. Lots of players got to see the field on Friday night's game against Omaha South. It was great to see players who give so much and so hard to get the chance to have an extensive game to play on Friday nights. We will look to grow on cleaning up the small details like finishing blocks, securing tackles, taking proper angles, etc. And the team knows that we are hitting in the playoff stretch where if we win, we will get in. Dangerfield. Met quickly by Ty McDougal, one of the captains for Papillion South.
Ty McDougal, the star senior for the Titans so far this season has been amazing. 55 total tackles, 10.5 TFLs, and 2 sacks. Ty McDougal really can do it all. He's a fast player on the inside and on the outside. So Ty McDougal is one that Burke is going to have a headache going against.
Gives it to Dangerfield, met quickly by Ben Schaefer, another captain on this Papillion South team.
Now, Nate Collins so far this season has a QB rating of 103.4. One of the better passer ratings in the league, especially considering he's only thrown for 1,727 passing yards compared to some of the other guys who have thrown more passing yards, including Cameron Leggett, Justin Tamalia, and Braylon Warren.
On the clock. 5:54. And so the ball on that previous play was fumbled out of bounds, and the ref is calling up to the press box for it to be 5:54 left.
The Titans and Burke Bulldogs are both a fast passing and rushing attack. They are going to want to drain as much clock as possible.
Dangerfield slips Schaefer's tackle, and quickly there was Elon Washington, Casey Popish, and Anthony Chambers.
That is one of the things that Coach Wesson wanted to talk about, because obviously that could have been a much bigger play if Ben Schaefer would have secured that tackle. He just slipped around him. So if that continues, we are going to see this Burke passing attack try to take as much advantage on that as possible.
4th and 12 here. Collins going deep, and he gets it to number 11, Dayton Collins. And he gets the first down and was taken down by Trayvon Johnson.
Now
Correction, number 24, Brady Alderson.
That was great maturity there by Nate Collins. Stepping up in the pocket when other quarterbacks may just try to run it out to the side, especially if you have legs like Nate Collins does. He found his open man and was able to get the first down. What a smart player and a great play.
Collins gives it to Dangerfield. Dangerfield gets about 3 or 4 on the carry.
This Titan defense, commonly known as the dark side, this team is electric when they are on. So far, this defense hasn't been playing too bad, especially with these defensive ends up front like Casey Popich and Gage Burke. They are just incredible against the pass.
Number 4, Braylon Dorsey on the reception.
We're going to see a lot of Braylon Dorsey tonight. He is one of the top receivers for this Burke Bulldogs offensive attack, especially with other attackers like Dayton Collins, the star junior. Like I said, once again, this Burke team is young. Even with a star senior quarterback like Nate Collins, you just have to hope for the best from your younger receivers.
Collins keeps it, and he is tackled immediately by Keith Hamby.
Keith Hamby is an incredible free safety for the Titans. So far this season, he has 37 total tackles, 2 TFLs, 1 interception, and 1 pass breakup. As a free safety, you do not usually see many pass breakups, as you are much deeper in the field of play. So Keith Hamby is being relied upon heavily to limit these receivers for the Bulldogs, as they could make a lot happen if you do not contain them well. We have a timeout called by the Bulldogs, their second charged one of the night. And the Bulldogs today have been pretty consistent, as they've been getting yards that they need for the offensive attack, if I'm in that huddle right now, if I'm the Burke coach, what should I say to my players to get them fired up to try to get a pass on the board? Excuse me, points on the board.
Coming out of the Bulldog timeout, it'll be 4th and 1 from the 28 with 2:47 left. And we're gonna see if Bulldogs coach leaves his Bulldogs out there. And he will leave his offense out there on 4th and short.
You've converted once, why not try again?
And it's failed miserably, and he was sacked by Ty McDougal and number 41, Braxton Barnby.
The attack from these Titans has been incredible. This just shows how powerful this Titans defense is once they are on. That was an amazing stop from a not easy to stop quarterback as in Nate Collins. As we've seen so far this game, he has already gotten 1 4th down conversion. The Titan offense is now back on the field, and they're going to try to storm this right back down the field. The Titans are a very, very great passing attack. Chase Cunningham is not someone you want to mess around with on the defensive side of the ball.
And right now on our stream, you can't see it that well, but we were shooting the moon. It is currently orange.
Harvest moon out tonight. Perfect for an October evening like this. Nothing more than a cool October breeze.
Cunningham in gun. Derek Jones to his right, gives it to Jones. Jones is stuffed immediately by Jacoby Wagner and Gavin Finch.
Yeah, and this Burke defensive front, I've talked a lot about the offensive front for the Bulldogs. But how about this defensive front? They are running, I believe, 4 on the line of scrimmage here, and that is pretty common we see in the league. But the Titans run a 3 front.
And Jones going out left, and he'll get about 7 on the gain. Taken down by Cavent Mayfield and Jameer Lorthridge.
I would say that Derek Jones really needs to have a bit more. We need to see a bit more from him tonight. So far, he has 9 rushes and 42 rush yards. If they can get him in the open space, he is going to be gone for another long one.
Cunningham outright, and it is caught by Elon Washington.
Elon Washington, the sophomore.
And there is a flag after that catch.
I was about to say Eli Washington is a junior for the Titans and has been their #1 receiver other than Casey Popish, who is, of course, a tight end. Elon Washington this season, 38 receptions, 398 yards, and 7 receiving touchdowns. Clearly the go-to guy there.
Waiting for the call from the refs. Refs are discussing right now. And the flag is down at the 49.
Personal foul, 84 on the offense.
And it was personal foul on Papillion South that will move them back. So scratch that play by Elon Washington.
The Titans are a great team. They know they can be a great team, but they have a tendency to get undisciplined. They get penalties they don't need to get, especially a sportsmanlike conduct penalty right there. Cooper Barnes is not going to be a player that the coaches are going to be happy with after such a worthless penalty over something as simple as just an unsportsmanlike conduct.
And it will look to be a false start on Papillion. And yep, they're moving back 5. So it will be 1st and 15 from the 36.
This Titans team really needs to chill out on the fouls. If they keep getting fouls, you're gonna see the Burke Bulldogs bouncing back as quickly as possible.
Cunningham tries to give it to Washington. Washington drops it. It'll now be second and 15 from the 41.
Sorry to interrupt you there, but I believe there was a hand in there. I don't think Elon Washington just straight up dropped it. He doesn't drop a lot of balls, right? He has, again, like I said, he has 38 receptions for a reason. They're targeting him because he is one of the best receivers on the team, even with seniors out there like Ira Cooper.
Derek Jones is reversing field, and he's dragged down by Kenyon Hamilton Jr.
What a move there by Derek Jones. That was an incredible play from an incredible player. He just broke those ankles. Amazing play there from Derek Jones, getting all of that yards that they lost from ridiculous penalties. What a great play.
Cunningham looking, and he will keep it and get pushed out of bounds by number 24, Christopher Johnson.
Chase Cunningham has not been the most accurate passer. He is 93 of 153 on passes so far this season. Not bad. But once he has also has 12 passing touchdowns. Chase Cunningham is a good quarterback once he limits his mistakes. He needs to win these. He needs to be consistent. So in this game, with that passing attack and getting it to his stars.
And Jones is stopped by Jameer Lothridge.
And it seems like the offensive line so far has been very inconsistent when it comes to run blocking. It's like we have a timeout here.
Yes. Timeout by Papillion South. Clemenger talks over with his team. Correction, no, it is end of first quarter.
It is a timeout because it's the end of the first quarter. For me so far, these Titans have looked great. I would say that the offensive line needs to be a bit better, especially with so many seniors on the line, like Nick Peisch, Aloma Toby Tividre, and Caleb Strothkamp. There are so many seniors up front. You need to have more consistency in blocking and keeping your quarterback safe without whether he runs it or giving your running back room to go. Because if Derek Jones has room, he is gone.
And with the start of the second quarter, Titans will go back onto the field. It'll be 3rd and 2 from the 40.
There's a lot of games going on tonight, including a really big matchup against Bell West and Omaha North that have started recently. So if the Titans win this one, they may be playing one of those teams in the game.
And Derek Jones up midfield, and there's green grass in front of him, and that will be a Titan touchdown.
Derek Jones, I'm telling you, this team lives and dies by the performance of Derek Jones. If he is not on, the Titans are not on. Derek Jones is going to lead this team to success. Already has those 2 rushing touchdowns so far on the day. Correction, no, that is his first rushing touchdown. He almost had a rushing touchdown, but he got stopped at the 1. Not much you can do there.
Popish gets in for the two-point conversion again.
Tim Clemenger has been very aggressive so far this game, with going for two twice now and getting it both times, putting the Titans to 16 points. He's trying to get this game over with as soon as he can, because if they win it, they are in. You win, you're in. That is what Nate Wesson and Tim Clemenger have been saying to the Titans the entire week, and probably the past few weeks after that, especially after that win against the Omaha South Packers.
After the two-point conversion, Papillion South, Grant Beckenauer will come out to kick. Still waiting for Burke to get in formation.
The Titans, a key thing is they are without one of their best players, especially on the special teams side of the ball. Mikey Johnson has been out for a while. Their kicker, Grant Beckenauer, is not a bad choice at kicker, but Mikey has an incredibly powerful leg. Could basically hit a field goal from the 40-yard line.
Beckenauer's kick, low, and it will roll out of bounds. Never mind. Fielded by Christopher Johnson, taken out by Anthony Chambers.
Christopher Johnson has been a great piece for this Burke team so far. Johnson has been a consistent runner so far for the Burke Bulldogs, mainly in the return game. But Johnson, if they get him going, is one of the better players on the field for the Bulldogs. Because he's only a sophomore, he's not getting as much playing time, but they want him on the field. That's why he's on special teams. He's quick, and he is agile. He can make moves on his feet to get open field.
Dangerfield on the carry, met quickly by number 50, Jack Dolosky.
And Cardinal Dangerfield for the Burke Bulldogs is their star running back, right? He is the running back they are going to go to time and time again so far this night.
Pass caught by number 13, Leighton Bush. It's wrapped up by Kenyon Hunt.
We've not seen a lot of Leighton Bush so far this game. I am of the belief that we will see more of him because, like I said, another young receiver who the Burke Bulldogs need to get going.
And Dangerfield met by Elon Washington.
The middle has been the weak point for the dark side right now. They are finding someone in the middle and penetrating that Titans defense. They need to find an answer to that.
Collins being chased by the whole Titan defensive line, just throws it away.
There were so many players in on that rush there. Looked like Ira Cooper may have rushed from the cornerback position. So the Titan defense is going to need to stop Nate Collins if they want to win this game. Nate Collins is really who the Bulldogs are going to be using a lot, as well as number 4, Kenyon Hamilton Jr. Braylon Dorsey.
Leighton Bush taken down by number 22, Ben O'Hare, and they will be short by 2 yards. It'll be 4th and 2 from the 47. Burke running trips on the bottom. You got lone wide receiver in coverage with Trayvon Johnson, waiting for a call from his coach. Collins in shotgun, Dangerfield in the backfield.
Looks like we have quite a few matchups. We may see a deep ball here from Nate Collins.
Collins going deep, and it is intended for Marcus Buchanan, and first tackled was Trayvon Johnson.
Trayvon Johnson had that one in his hands. That was so close. Great tip drill there from Trayvon Johnson. But this Titan defense, once again, takes the Burke Bulldogs off the field. The dark side has been elite so far tonight, and we are going to see that, if they want to win this game, continue.
Cunningham, flea flicker, and he's going deep for Popish. Popish down the right side, and he gets in for his second touchdown of the night.
This Husky, future Husky, excuse me, is such an electric player. There's no wonder why he is a D1 recruit. He can do it all. He is a great receiver for the Titans. He can block. He has been their go-to man so far on 2-point conversions, and he is one of their greatest defensive linemen on the edge there, alongside sophomore Gage Burke. This receiver has been electric so far this season.
And Popish with the pass gives it to, I believe that is Kenyon Hunt. I cannot see the number from here. I believe that says number 6. Nope, that's Grant Beckenauer.
I was
6 and 8 look the exact same, especially with these jerseys.
So far, an amazing start for the Titans. Right now, it's been 24 unanswered points. The Burke Bulldogs really need to get an answer here. If I am head coach for the Bulldogs, I need my team to get into the game. We need to stop turning the ball over, whether it is from bad passes, bad choices from the quarterback, or just the offensive line not being able to block against these heavy rushers from the dark side. The Burke Bulldogs really need to get something going if they want to stay in this game.
Grant Beckenauer.
Deep for Burke is number 3, Marcus Buchanan, and I believe Carnell Dangerfield. Kick fielded by number 46, Marvell Buchanan.
Once again, another set of siblings for the Burke Bulldogs. Marcus Buchanan is one of their greatest receivers. We've not seen a lot of him tonight. I'm kind of surprised by that, as he has some pretty great stats for the Burke Bulldogs. The Titans are going to try and stop this Burke offensive front once again. Like I was talking about with Marcus Buchanan, so far this season he has had 43 receptions, 782 receiving yards, and 7 receiving touchdowns.
And Dangerfield gets nowhere.
Number 22.
It will be.
Hit immediately by Ty McDougal.
He was hit immediately. First there was Ty McDougal, and it will be 2nd and 13, loss of 3. Ball now on the 25 with 9:05 left to go before halftime.
And I believe that part of the reason that the Burke Bulldogs have not been doing so great against the dark side rushers is they have a very young offensive line. That is hard to overcome, especially with such a experienced offensive line on the other end. Looks like we have an offsides penalty, maybe from the Titans.
3 out of the 5 refs on the field threw their flags. And it is a false start on Omaha Burke. And looking around Class A, Bellevue West versus Omaha North. Omaha North is up 6-0. That game has major playoff implications. Collins outright goes across his body back to the left side of the field. Number 58, Alec Carlson, taken down by Ty McDougal.
That was a great decision there by Nate Collins, if I were to be honest. Finding the open man, it was a bit of a wonky throw. He didn't really have that much of an opportunity to get up the field, but there was some work that was made there from number 56, Alec Carlson. Burke needs to get this crucial third down if they want to stay in the game. Titans just need another stop.
Collins, pass is caught by Buchanan for the Burke first down, and he was first met by Anthony Chambers.
And Buchanan is the reason one of the reasons that Burke is getting such great offensive possessions. Obviously, the Burke Bulldogs just got that first down because of him.
Dangerfield gets about 2, met quickly by Ben Schaefer.
And Ben Schaefer is a great defensive back for the Bulldogs. The duo of Casey Popish and Ben Schaefer at corner is one of the greater ones in Class A.
Collins going deep, and it was intended for Marcus Buchanan, and in coverage was Trayvon Johnson.
Trayvon Johnson, great coverage there. He is one of the best covers, one of the best corners for the dark side. He has their one and only interception so far this season, I believe, besides Keith Hamby.
I think defense only has 2. No, they have 4.
4.
They have 4. Collins, pass is caught by Buchanan, hit hard by Grant Beckenauer, but met by Gage Burke and Anthony Chambers. The Titans had 2 last week. Cole Lemp got a pick 6, and Ryan Kimmy had an interception as well.
Oh, I see.
Collins rolling out left, and pass is incomplete. And
that's another
hurry
there by Jack
Dolosky. So it is incomplete. It is now 2nd and 10 from the 45. Trips on the bottom. Dangerfield going up the middle and taken down by
Jack Dolosky. Jack Dolosky, once again, he is not someone who's going to light up the stat sheet, right? He is a consistent force in the middle of the D-line. He is quite surprising that he's only been pretty limited so far this game, having not many tackles, but he's got in there. He has a tough time finishing tackles.
Collins evading all the pressure and throws it, and it is caught. Correction, or it might be waiting for, and it is caught.
Nate Collins is an electric senior, and that is why. How many guys were around him? The entire defensive line for the Titans, and maybe a couple of the teachers were in there too. That was insane how many people were surrounding Nate Collins. How did he get out of that?
I first saw McDougal, and I thought, and then I saw the whole defensive line, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a sack. Nope. Went from basically the middle of the field, rolled all the way out right, and still had his man, I believe that was Leighton Bush, on the catch.
And Trayvon Johnson did a good job getting over to a receiver who completely crossed the field. But he just could not get his hand in far enough to strip that ball away from Leighton Bush.
Clemenger, I believe, called his first time out of the half with 5:50 left. And for the first time tonight, we are seeing Burke driving down the field.
This Titan student section has to be a bit stunned, especially after a powerhouse play like the one that Nate Collins just performed. The pink out here at Papillion South has been silenced against this Burke defense. Offense, excuse me.
Collins in shotgun. Out left to Buchanan. 3 defenders, and he goes backwards. First there was Cole Lemp.
Cole Lemp is a junior for the Titans. Like we were talking about earlier, he had a interception return for a touchdown, I believe, in the last game against the Packers of Omaha South.
Collins in shotgun. Dangerfield to his left, drops back to pass, and he throws it right to Keith Hamby. And Keith Hamby is going, and he's got green grass in front of him, people. He's at the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown, Papillion South.
Keith Hamby gets the ball, and he just puts on the burners. Keith Hamby is one of the greatest free safeties in all of high school football for Nebraska. This is why. That is his second interception on the season. And that was such a great defensive play from Keith Hamby. What a great defensive play. Like, I'm just surprised Nate Collins would throw a ball like that.
I think Collins was expecting Hamby not to bite on the wide receiver to his right, and he was already being covered, but Keith Hamby was right there. Collins was like, hey, I'm gonna give you the ball and score a touchdown, but the other way.
It failed.
It is an illegal substitution on Burke, so that adds insult to injury. And we see Popish again in at quarterback for Papillion South. He's got 4 men on the top, and he keeps it, and no, he throws it over to Ira Cooper for the 2-point conversion.
That was some interesting form there by Casey Popish, jumping up over the line just to get a pass to Cooper. I mean, he can really do it all. We've been saying it all night. But just another great defensive play there from the Titans. And we are entering territory where we could be seeing the clock run for the rest of the game. Because, Brody, would you like to explain that?
So when a team the Titans are only up by 32, but when a team gets up by 35, there is a running clock. And it will just run continuously except for timeouts, breaks between 3rd and 4th quarter, following a score, during a penalty, an extended injury, and any time an official deems it necessary for safety reasons. So if Papillion South drives down the field and scores again, and the score is 39-0 or 40-0, that will play into effect.
And we have a quick score update around the Metro. We have Kearney destroying the Columbus Discoverers, 26-0. And South Sioux City is beating Lincoln Northeast at the moment, 15-7.
Tipped by number 44, and Dangerfield. And he's brought down by Kenyon Hunt. Kenyon Hunt, a transfer for Papillion South this year. And it will be 1st and 10 from the 30 with 4 minutes and 51 seconds left.
Not much time here. Not much time for the Bulldogs to make work. It looked like they were getting something down, and then it's a pick 6. So Nate Collins really needs to find the open man and not force anything.
Collins looking, just goes deep for number 33, James Johannes.
James Johannes was in the area, just with a little too short there from Nate Collins. This dark side defense has been incredible against this high passing attack so far tonight. I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing, especially from cornerbacks like Anthony Chambers and Keith Hamby.
Collins, correction, gives it to number 11, Dayton Collins, and he gets the Burke first down. 11, AFT tackles 11, Dayton Collins.
Alexander Fisher-Tecco, one of the many seniors. One of the many seniors on this dark side defense. It is a reason why they're just so consistent in defending against passes.
Collins outright fires, trying, I'm guessing he was trying to give it to Johannes, but it was Trayvon Johnson taking to PBU. And like you said, the last play with Fisher-Tecco, he's one of the seniors that was recognized tonight.
It's a lot of seniors on this tight team, 26, I believe. 26 seniors.
And Burke will move back 10. It's now 1st and 10 from the 36. And clock now running. 4 minutes left. Dangerfield on the carry. Met by, first there was Burke and Jack Delosky.
Gage Burke has been a surprise addition so far to this Titan team. Last year he was in freshman football as he's only a sophomore, but Gage Burke so far this season, 22 total tackles, 5.5 TFLs, and 2 sacks. One of the better players on this defensive line.
Collins, pass is caught by 11, Dayton Collins. First met by Trayvon Johnson.
That was great awareness there by Dayton Collins. He knew that that ball was not going to where he was, so he backtracks, goes to the ball, and gets the reception for the first down. Beautiful intellectual play there.
Collins, low snap there, and Collins makes one-man miss. Gage Burke and Ben Schaefer there for Papio South. It'll bring up 4th and long for Burke.
That looks like a sack there for Gage Burke, at least a half a sack, because him and Ben Schaefer shared that. I'm not sure if Nate Collins got out of the pocket. I believe he did, but it was close. The Bulldogs really need to convert another 4th down. They got one early. They threw one over the middle and just made a fool of this tight defense. But so ever since, they have not been able to convert. They have not been able to convert the 4th downs. It looks like Burke is taking their final timeout of the half.
And this is, and I do bet that Burke wants to discuss what they're doing here. It is 4th and 10, but they have 2 minutes to drive 54 yards down the field, and honestly, they are kind of in a 4-down situation, 4-down territory. It's 4th and 10, but they do get the ball at half. So even if it sucks that they aren't in field goal range, but if they were in field goal range, honestly, I would just kick the field goal, go up, or correction, get 3 points on the board, and then when you come out of half, when you get the ball back, you can try to go down the field again. But Burke is in a strange situation where do we go for it or do we punt it away back to the Titans who could possibly score again?
So far we have a pretty tough decision here from the Burke Bulldogs. They're deciding to go for it, but I would imagine this is going to be a deep shot for Nate Collins to either Dayton Collins or Marcus Buchanan. So we will see what happens here. Oh,
and
no,
it's a punt by quarterback Nate Collins. and it will roll to about the 33-yard line. So and it was a punt. We saw the offense out there, but Collins punted it away to Papillion South, which honestly, I do think that is the smart decision there.
I think that was smart, but I believe that deep down the coach wanted to go for it because, you know, you're down by 32 points. You need to get something up before half, right? You got to get something. At least try to get in field goal range. You have great receivers and a good quarterback. It's just about getting the open space and hope your line can hold it.
Cunningham drops back, rolls right, and he will keep it, and he will get about 20 on the game, on his run. He was pushed out of bounds by Eli Love. Going back to Burke on that 4th down. If they did not convert, Papillion South would be in prime territory to score another touchdown.
I mean, with that one play, they're basically where Burke just was. Because that was a very iffy punt. It is windy tonight, not as bad as the other night against the Monarchs, their rivals here at Papillion South Field.
Derek Jones gets about 15, met first by Gavin Finch, and that clock will keep running.
You wonder if Clemenger is gonna just go for the touchdown or if he is going to try to get a field goal here.
Jones fights for the 1st down, and he is marked right about, correction, he does get the 1st down, and he was taken down by Kenyon Hamilton and Carnell Dangerfield.
Carnell Dangerfield, we have not seen much of him on the defensive side of the ball. We've seen more of him as a running back for the Burke Bulldogs. So I believe they're trying to experiment here, try something new with the defense, just to see what we can do to try to beat this Titans offense.
Cunningham out to Popish, or correction, Ira Cooper. Tackled by Ciandre Dangerfield and Brylan Dorsey.
That was an immediate hit there from the Bulldogs. What a great defensive play there, stopping Ira Cooper from getting many yards.
Cunningham out to his man Washington. And Washington gets taken down by Eli Love and Jacoby Wagner. After that catch, there is now 38 seconds left, and it is 1st and goal from the 7.
I believe that ball was a little behind Eli Washington there, but it was a good pass regardless.
And Elon Washington on the jet sweep will get in for Titan touchdown. It is now 38-0 Papillion South.
Clemenger is not the type to take it easy, even if you're putting the hammer down on a team. He is going to try to get as many points as possible to make his team look amazing, because when they're on, they are one of the better teams in the metro area. They're not a West Side or a Millard South, however, but they are an amazing team.
Popish gets the 2-point conversion. It is now 40-0.
A quick look around the metro area. We have a tie game between the Thunderbirds and the Vikings of Bell West and Omaha North, respectively. We have the #1 team in Nebraska at the moment, Millard South, up 31-10 on the North Platte Bulldogs.
And one of the things about this Bell West Omaha North matchup is these are 2 top 10 teams fighting tonight. We should expect to see some playoff implications with this game.
The loss to Omaha North is looking better and better for the Titans, as Omaha North is #6 in Nebraska right now. North is one of the better teams, and they were one of the only teams who played West Side who didn't get completely blown out. They had 14 points to Westside's, I believe, 30-something.
Buchanan and Dorsey back deep for Beckenauer's kick. Beckenauer's kick is fielded at the 11, and Dorsey thankfully falls on it for Burke. It is now, they will come out to the 21-yard line. It is 1st and 10 with 21 seconds left. We'll try to see what the Bulldogs do here with 21 seconds left.
21 seconds on the clock. You've got half a mile of field in front of you. You really got to try to throw up some deep shots here. They may want to run the ball, be conservative, because they do get the ball at half. However, I would try to get at least to midfield for just clarity's sake, trying to get into field goal range.
Dangerfield on the carry. They are going to run out the clock. Yep, the clock is running. And that was actually Austin Taunton on the carry. So that is the end of halftime. End of the first half. And your score here at Foundation Field, Omaha Burke Bulldogs 0, Papillion La Vista South Titans 38. We will see you back here at the start of the second half. Halftime is dance, cheer, and band. We will see you after the break.
The Papillion La Vista South dance team, the Sapphires, would like to thank the following Sapphire sponsors for their support for the 24-25 school year. Papillion Dance Company, Dance Dynamics, James Auto and Truck Service, Liberty Packaging, M&E Catalyst Group, Nebraska Justice Law Firm, Papillion Foreign Motor, Pine and Black Bistro, and Victor's Papillion La Vista. The Sapphires are grateful for your support and contributions to help make this year a success. And now, please turn your attention to midfield and welcome to the field the Jewels of the South, the Papillion La Vista South dance team, the Sapphires. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Sapphire.
I gotta sell these. I signed up for this. It's like skills.
Ladies and gentlemen, for our second piece of halftime entertainment, turn the direction of your gaze to midfield and welcome to the field, the Papillion La Vista South Cheerleading Squad. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for your Papillion South cheerleaders. Fans of both teams, we invite you to direct your attention to the field for tonight's performance by the Titan Marching Band. As with any live performance, the audience makes a difference. We hope you will cheer and applaud when you see something great, but ask that you keep other noises to a minimum out of respect for the performers who have put in hours of preparation for this performance. The Titan Marching Band's 2024 production is entitled Picture This and includes music from Pictures at an Exhibition by Modest Mussorgsky. Featured performers are Catherine Graff, Logan Magner, Riley Mayfield, Johnny Temple, and Jack Denny. And now, drum majors, Haley Bruce, Jenna McVicker, Jackson Baker, and the Papillion La Vista South High School Titan Marching Band. Titan marching band is under the direction of Matthew Rome and Colin Fry. With staff members Crystal Gray, Hannah Rotterman, Brooke Windsor, Nate Brown, Andrew Peters, Brad Roan, Brandon Goodjohn, Michaela Lair, Anna Lee, Red Wilhelm, Omar Canty, Braden Yeager, Lynn Kurtz, Sophia Baki, and Ashley Schnabel. Recently, the band has been very successful at contests, placing second in the Sioux Falls Festival of Band, and earning Best Wind and Color Guard captions, and second in Class 3A with Best Visual Caption, and sixth overall at the 2024 Youth and Music Contest in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Catch the band at 9 p.m. next Saturday at Buell Stadium in Miller as they compete for the title of Nebraska State Champion. Now, if you didn't like that halftime performance, for only $25, you can make your beef with the band official. Enter the raffle for well over 100 pounds of cut, wrapped, and frozen beef direct from the source. Once again, senior student section members, if you would stay after the game for a quick picture for posterity for the future, for the present, just to look good. Stay after in the student section for a few more minutes. But now, everybody, get on your feet and welcome back to the field your Papillion South Titans!
Welcome back from halftime. If you are just joining us, I'm Brody Carter, joined by
V. Plashek, and this has been a great game so far, hasn't it, Brody?
It has. I would have expected Burke to be a little bit more physical. We did see them drive down the field a little bit before half. Unfortunately, Nate Collins threw a pick to Heath Hamby, but Burke does get the ball back at once the kickoff starts. Burke will get the ball back.
And the Bulldogs have had some pretty good drives here and there. They just haven't been able to put it completely together. there has been some very great moments. Obviously, Nate Collins escaping a sack several times. There's been several occasions of Nate Collins just showing off that athleticism, excuse me, but they just haven't been able to get points on the board, which is concerning for their head coach and just as the team in general. Losing by 40 points right now, this team has to bring some fire if they want to try and come back and maybe pull off this upset win.
And coming out of half, the score, I don't know if we set the score yet, but it is Papillion South 40, Omaha Burke 0. And what that means is that there is a rule from the NSAA where it's called a 35-point running clock. It will be used when a team is up by 35 points. The clock will run continuously except for timeouts, breaks between the third and fourth quarter, following a score, a penalty, an extended injury, or any time an official deems it necessary for safety reasons.
As a viewer, if I am a viewer of the Burke football team, I would, for this team to get back into the game, they need to, A, start throwing up more deep shots, challenge these cornerbacks. If you challenge them enough, you're going to start winning. Fisher-Tico and Trayvon Johnson and Keith Hamby have all had targets gone their way. However, they just have been able to make opportunities of the passes that Burke is throwing. So far, the pass completion percentage for passes completed for Burke is only 12 compared to the Titans, who have 9, but they've thrown less passes. They've thrown 13 passes compared to Burke's 17, and already have 3 passing touchdowns, correct?
Yes.
And you see a lot of the same receivers getting calls, like Elon Washington or Casey Popich. You have been seeing them get more and more receptions because they are the most consistent members on this team. I want to see more of Derek Jones. He's been phenomenal. If they are going to continue just winning this game by 40 points, there is going to need to be a bit more of him. But if they get up by too much, Clevenger may pull him to get some younger guys in. They do have some pretty good sophomores that just need experience, such as Cy Draft. He's a great wide receiver. He just needs to get put on the field. There's a lot of great young players on this team. We just need to see more of them to be able to correctly determine what we have in this guy. What is our future with this Titan program?
Beckenauer's kick will roll out of bounds at the 10, and there is a flag down.
If I were to guess, that may just be kick out of bounds.
Yep, kick out of bounds. And one of the things that I think that Burke should do is anytime you run it or pass it, try to get out of bounds so you can save that clock. Because once Papillion South gets that ball, they are going to be milking that clock to make sure that Omaha Burke has no chance to score.
And even with the clock rule going on right now, it's already going to be milked itself. So even adding on even more attempts to make the clock just completely deplenish is really is one of the things that Burke really needs to try to avoid. They need to get as many yards and first downs as possible so they can take opportunities.
Collins on the keeper out left. and he will go out of bounds by himself. It will be a gain of 5. It is now 3rd and 5 from the 40.
Nate Collins has had to rush the ball a lot tonight. He's been able to get out of tough situations, but for straight rushes, he's gone 5 rushes so far tonight.
Dangerfield on the carry. Kenyon Hunt, as well as Anthony Chambers and Keith Hamby.
Kenyon Hunt is another example of a great senior for this Titan dark side defense. Another DB that you do not want to challenge, along with the likes of Trayvon Johnson or Giannis Malasike, who are defending that backfield with their lives.
1st and 10 from the 46. Collins tries to give it to Dayton Collins, goes right through the hands. After that incomplete pass, it will be 2nd and 10. And this is a time where an incomplete pass would stop the clock, but as you see with that running clock, it is going to continue unless the player runs out of bounds. That will be the only time that it will stop in a field of play.
That was a rare dropped pass there from Dayton Collins. He has been a very big receiving target.
Gets to Collins, almost sacked him, but that elusiveness from Collins showing out tonight.
Nate Collins is incredibly elusive. He has shown it time and time again. And even after breaking that sack from Casey Popish, it was almost intercepted. Number 18, Trayvon Johnson almost got to that one. It was close. It was a close ball.
Collins evades pressure, goes right, and he will go out of bounds, but Ben Schaefer did get a hand on him. It will be 3rd and 10 from the 46.
Ben Schaefer, great job coming from the other edge of the field, trying to get the quarterback, Nate Collins, as soon as he could, just to try and get that such an elusive quarterback out of the field of play.
Collins looks for 33. James Johannes incomplete. It is now, that previous play was 4th and 13. Correction, it is 4th and 13 now. No, turnover on downs for Burke. Monarchs will take over on the Bulldog 43, 1st and 10 with 8 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
I was about to say that Cole Lemp covered him like a blanket. That was incredible coverage there from Cole Lemp.
And Derek Jones on the carry outright. He's met by number 55, Gavin Finch.
Derek Jones is a downfield rusher. He is an incredibly great, powerful rusher who has some pretty good speed on him. As we saw right there, he broke a few tackles just to get really close to the 1st down marker and just was short.
Jones on the keeper again outright. Jones going down the right side, blocked by Cooper Barnes, and he's almost in.
Derek Jones has been incredibly consistent so far tonight. With another long rush, he, no doubt about it, is winning player of the game. The only one who could beat him in a player of the game discussion would be Casey Popish, who has also been incredible so far tonight.
Elon Washington in motion, and Cunningham gets it to Ira Cooper for a Titan touchdown. It is now Papillion South 46, Omaha Burke 0.
And that is Ira Cooper's first receiving touchdown of the day. What an amazing play there, both by Chase Cunningham and Ira Cooper. Great route. He had some tight coverage there, but regardless, he was able to haul that in and get the points he needed.
Beckenauer will kick the extra point, and his kick is up, and it is good. He does have that wind on his back. And Chase Cunningham tonight is 12 completions for 120 yards, and correction, that is Nate Collins. I'm looking at the wrong dude. Chase Cunningham is 8 for 12 with 90 yards and 4 passing touchdowns.
It really shows the speed of Chase Cunningham as well. For 2 rushes, he has 26 yards. That is only from 2 different rushes. Chase Cunningham has the speed of a guy that you would want at quarterback for you, especially with such dynamic receivers like Elon, Washington, Casey Popis, Ira Cooper, etc. There are so many good receivers on this team. Chase Cunningham can really spread the ball as long as he is consistent. He needs to let things develop. Sometimes he tends to pick things too early. He tries to throw them way too soon. Instead of trying to wait for a guy to get open, he just tries to throw it to his star receivers or tight end, in Casey Popish's case, just to try to get more receiving because he knows they're just consistent. So he needs to continue to be consistent on the night if he wants to continue this amazing win for the Titans.
Kick fielded by Gavin Finch. He got the ball and went straight to the ground. The Bulldogs will take over 1st and 10 from the looks to be 34-yard line.
Great decision there by Gavin Finch. Some people may say, why wouldn't you run that ball there? Why wouldn't you just receive it and go try to get as many yards as you can? Well, with a squib kick like that, like Titans have been doing for most of the season, especially with Mikey Johnson being out, the ball is being spun at a degree that it would be super hard to pick up.
Collins evading pressure, he will decide to keep it, and he is pushed. He stays in bounds, and first there was number 32, Cameron Adams.
That looked like it should have been a busted play there. There were so many tight ends around that field. Like, for example, number 40, I saw Ben Myers. He was chasing down Nate Collins, trying to get to him, but just could not get to him. Nate Collins has been incredibly elusive tonight.
Collins out left to number 11, Collins. Collins hook up to Collins. And that will be good for a Burke first down. Chain gang getting reset. It is 1st and 10 from the 30, and Burke is going in that hurry up because of the clock. We're already 7 minutes into the 3rd quarter. Trips on the bottom, 2 dudes on the top. Collins looks all the time in the world for him to throw. Goes out left, and he will get it to Leighton Bush, and met by Logan Arch.
There was no reason that shouldn't have been a sack from the Titans. Number 52 was in on that, Joshua Thompson. He was chasing him down and just missed. He could not get to him. Gavin Hutchinson, I saw, was on the other side trying to get to him, bulldozing that offensive lineman, but just could not get it.
And Collins goes for Buchanan, and it is dropped by Buchanan, but number 28, Ayul Go, was in coverage. Correction, that is 26. for Papillion South was in, Cohen Hovitt was in coverage for Papillion South.
That was an amazing pass from Nate Collins there. It was but just great coverage by Cohen there.
And tackled out of bounds. It is now 4th and 4 on the 1-yard gain. Looks like Burke's offense will be staying out there.
Number 77, Aiden Whitted, really tried to get to Nate Collins there, but he is a bigger guy because he is a defensive lineman. He just he didn't have the speed to be able to get to him. Unfortunate, but it was close.
Buchanan spun out by Cohen Hovitt, and that will be a turnover on downs for the Bulldogs. Titans will take over on the 27-yard line.
Quick score update between the Omaha North Vikings, number 6 in Nebraska, versus the Bell West Thunderbirds. Vikings are up 19-7 right now. Vikings are number 6 in the country. Not in the country, excuse me, in Nebraska. But these Titans lost to said Omaha North team. Obviously a very impressive loss as they are continuing to be better throughout the season.
And now Grant Beckenauer is in for Chase Cunningham. Derek Jones was taken down by Braylon Dorsey. It looks like Clem has pulled Cunningham. He wants to get Grant Beckenauer some reps.
And that's a smart decision, right? You don't want your best quarterback to get injured before who is essentially going to be your biggest game of the year coming up.
Derek Jones gets enough for the Titan first down. It is now 1st and 10 from the 38 with just under a minute left in the third quarter.
Now we would like to remind you that the Titans, after this win, will be 3-0 in conference play, pretty much locking up a spot in the playoffs. Now the question is, can they beat the Storm next week? What do you think about that, Brody?
Elkhorn South, they're tough. They did play Omaha West Side, and they didn't even show up that game. They got blown out by the Warriors. But Elkhorn South, I think that if Cunningham and this team is playing like they are tonight, they could have I won't say, a very good chance, but I think it's not going to be a blowout like we're having here tonight. And that is the end of the third quarter. Score, Papillion South 7, Omaha Burke 0. And if you are just joining us, I'm Brody Carter, joined by
V. Ploshek, and tonight has been a fantastic show from the Titans. Titans have not played around once this game. Regardless of if Burke was getting downs on them, they showed up on defense. They have played outstanding the entire night. They've had issues at times protecting their quarterback, Chase Cunningham, hence the reason for the pulling of Chase Cunningham for Grant Beckenauer. But we are seeing some great football from these Titans. And next week, they're going to be playing the Elkhorn South Storm, which is not an easy team to beat. Madden Riggs is one of the best quarterbacks in all of Nebraska.
Scoot.
Why are we doing a replay?
number 23, John Schlissman. Correction. Logan Arch on the carry for Papillion South. Logan Arch he played in a rotation last year when Derek Jones got hurt, and he showed some potential. He's a junior this year, and there's a flag.
Looks like that's either going to, if I were to guess, that's going to be offsides on the defense.
And that is one thing that the Titans, or that the Bulldogs do want to limit. They've had a lot tonight. Let's see what Cunningham, or what Beckenauer can do here. Arch outright, taken down by.
That's some power running from Logan Arch there.
Tackled down by James Johannes.
That's some powerful running there by Logan Arch. Really gave this Titan team some looking forward to do after the Derek Jones departure, because he is a senior. It is obvious because of how Derek Jones,
junior,
he's a junior. That's surprising. He's playing to the level of a senior. It's incredible.
And Arch bulldozes over number 24, Christopher Johnson.
There has been a lot of great plays from the Titans tonight. There is no doubt about that. They are a good team. They just need to be consistent. The offensive line led by Nick Peisch and Aloma Totivedre needs to be consistent in their blocking, and like a great block right there.
And Logan Arch gets about 6 on the play. Tackled by 52, Jameer Northridge.
Yeah, there's been but for the Burke Bulldogs, you really, I wouldn't say you're upset with how your team performed, right? They had moments. They had really great moments, I could argue, but they just haven't been all that consistent.
And Arch up the middle, he will get the Titan first down. He was taken down by Kenyon Hamilton Jr. It will be 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line.
This Titan team has just played like the better team. Burke really showed moments of potentially being the better team in this scenario. It's just the Titan dominance has been phenomenal for the entire game. Not 1 minute of letting up.
Mendoza was in on that previous play. Mendoza is now out, and Arch is back in. You have 24, Brady Alderson on the bottom, and you got 2 wide receivers. Send McQueen in motion. Arch on the carry, and Arch gets and there's a fumble. Big man rumbling, and it was recovered by Jacoby Wagner, and first there was Grant Beckenauer.
What a change of, I would say, energy from that Burke sideline. Jacoby Wagner was able to pick up that fumble. Obviously he's a bigger guy. We are seeing this replay here from Jacoby Wagner here. Looking on the side. Logan Arch just drops the ball, and the big man just starts rumbling down the field. Tries to take Beckenauer head on. It's not an easy task to do, but I would say that Wagner did it well.
1st and 10 from the 44. Collins rolling around the pocket, and he overthrows Dayton Collins. Owen Pilgrim was there, and he lit up Collins.
Yeah, Pilgrim has, even from the freshman level, showed really great hard-hitting abilities. Pilgrim has been a very great young player for this Titans team. That replay was brought to you by an alumni tonight, so shout outs to him.
We love Mr. Mahoney. Dangerfield gets about 4 yards on the play, and he was stopped by Barrett Gorley.
Barrett Gorley is a junior for these Titans, and he hasn't been able to see the field as much because there's just so many good stars on this Titan team, especially on the defensive side. So Gorley has shown a lot of potential. He just hasn't been able to get as much reps as some of the other guys.
Collins is sacked from behind by Joshua Thompson.
Joshua Thompson, what a good play there, Thompson. Joshua Thompson has been in for most of the second half because he has just been overall a good player for the Titans so far. Not a player that has been overly heavy amounts of play time, but one that you do want on the field because of his star ability.
Collins rolls out right, and Collins, with that grab, gets the 4th down conversion, and that was a beautiful catch.
That is what the Bulldogs have needed. They've needed that for a while. It was a bit long overdue, but I believe that fumble recovery by Jacoby Wagner has lit a new spark for these Bulldogs.
Colin looking downfield, and it was involved, or it was on the pass, or on the reception, sorry, was Braylon Dorsey. Tried to give it to Braylon Dorsey, and Cameron Adams was there in coverage. It is now 2nd and 10 from the 38.
That was great coverage from such a young player like Cameron Adams. Being a sophomore, he does have a lot to learn because, you know, you need to develop your skills more. You need to develop your fundamentals. Cameron Adams, that was some great shine.
And Collins being chased. He tries to get it to Dorsey again.
That was nearly a completed pass, but it's really almost so much you can do when you got 3 big dudes up in your face.
And with that incomplete pass, it will bring up 3rd and 10 from the 38. Trips on the top, one lone wide receiver is Dayton Collins on the bottom. Dangerfield in the backfield. Collins to Buchanan, and Buchanan gets pushed out of bounds by Bo Forrell.
And the Titans student section is going incredibly wild right now as they are doing the Do It chant, one of the well-known traditions for the Papillion South Titans. Looks like the Burke Bulldogs are going for it on 4th down.
Pass is caught by Dayton Collins, and he is hit hard by Owen Pilgrim.
Owen Pilgrim, another hard hit from this young player. I believe that's a turnover on downs. No,
Burke,
he got it.
Yeah,
he got
Burke
it.
Offense is still out there.
Looked like he was short to me. But
Collins keeps it, goes right, and he makes 2 people miss, still on his feet, and he's finally tackled in bounds.
Sometimes I'm worrying. 3-2, that was Cameron Adams on the tackle. That is, Nick Collins is not an easy guy to bring down. He's so elusive, sometimes it makes me wonder if he's covered in baby oil. And the Titans, Clemenger is taking a timeout. He does not like what he is seeing from these teams. What do you think Clem is telling his team?
We did see before half, Collins did get intercepted by Keith Hamby. And they were in the red zone when that interception did happen. I would expect Clemenger to just be going over with his Titans. We need to get a hand on the ball. And on Burke's side, just keep doing what you've been doing, trying to get the ball downfield with Nathan Collins. He's been outstanding tonight for the Bulldogs.
He has been a very great quarterback. He just hasn't been able to get the players in the end zone. He's had some great elusive plays. He's been slipping through guys' hands like he was covered in like baby oil or something. It's crazy.
Dangerfield is out left. Pass is tipped at the line, and it's caught by Buchanan, and Buchanan gets in for the Burke touchdown.
What an amazing tip drill from the Burke Bulldogs. Marcus Buchanan ended up getting that one. Finally, the Burke Bulldogs are getting a touchdown on the board. They still got a lot of ground to make up. However, if they do want to somehow come back, I think the dream is a little dead. It's 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. The pipe dream is, well, it's a pipe dream.
But that's also good for Burke. And Collins rolling out left, and he gets in for the 2-point conversion. And that is a good sign for Burke. They did not get shut out in tonight's game. After that 2-point conversion, Papillion South 47, Omaha Burke 8.
We are going to see the Titans receiving the ball for the first time in a little while, because the Burke Bulldogs finally scored. They have gotten so close time and time again tonight. It's just been the ability to put the ball in the end zone. And the ability to finally be able to do that really must have lit a spark in this Burke Bulldog team. Ever since that fumble recovery, this Burke team has looked like they could somehow come back from this. Burke is deciding what they're going to do, debating on if they're going to take an onside kick, I would imagine, or if they just squib it here. What do you think they do?
Yeah, they're getting lined up for a normal kick. And back at the 25-yard line is Derek Jones and Elon Washington. Kicker is Carson Paddock. And it is recovered by number 80, Devin Cotton, who is a junior, and the Titans will take over at the 42-yard line.
It's about to be 2 minutes left in the game. These Titans they have nothing to be ashamed about letting up those 8 points. Yes, Clemenger could be a bit upset that they were able to not pitch the shutout tonight. However, I think that this is more of a sign of good merit going into next week, where you're going against a tough Elkhorn South team at Elkhorn South too.
And I believe that is Colin Rayborn in at quarterback for Papillion South.
Colin Rayborn is a potential successor to Chase Cunningham. We will see a battle between him, Grant Beckenhauer, Sammy Dolphins, and Griffin Minderman next year. You'll see which one of them gets the starting job. If I were to guess, I feel like Grant Beckenhauer is the most likely solution, but don't get me wrong, Colin has he's a pretty good deep ball. He's a very smart player. He knows the correct decisions to make and when to make them. It's just about being consistent.
It is 2nd and 8 from the 44. We are seeing Rayborn again. Rayborn is a sophomore, So plenty of time for him to learn, obviously under Cunningham and what will potentially be next year, Grant Beckenauer.
We'll see which one of them snags that starting job. It's going to be an interesting battle.
It will be, especially with two young quarterbacks with Minderman and and number 37, Chester Mendoza is going down the right side, and he was taken down by number 25, Derek Bradley, but there is laundry on the field at about the 38-yard line closest to the Papillion South sideline. And the Titans are going all the way back to where they started. It was a holding on Papillion South.
And that's super unfortunate for a young player to get called with a holding call, especially with someone with the speed of Chester Mendoza. Chester Mendoza has the potential to be another Casey Popus level of production because he has speed, athleticism, and just pure strength. He is an incredibly smart player. He does have a tendency to get over-exaggerant sometimes, which may have a hindrance on his play. It's just the ability to stay out of trouble.
And McQueen shifting, and it will be third and there is a timeout. Omaha Burke calls their second. They will have one remaining.
There's a reason
that timeout stops the clock with 54 seconds. Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're okay. There's a reason they call him Lightning McQueen. They're going to try to get him more jet passes to the outside because he has pretty pure speed. As a senior, Colton McQueen is going to get some more action as we wind down this clock, especially with jet sweeps, because him and Mendoza both have incredible speed on that outside edge. Titans are back on the field now. Colin Rayborn to get the snap.
And Rayborn on the keeper, and he's taken down by Austin Townsend.
Some athleticism there from Colin Rayborn. I haven't seen that out of him before. I had the opportunity to watch him play with the freshman football team last year. He was a very consistent quarterback. Him and Griff Minderman were a great duo as the freshman team had some very great players and great moments that really built this current team. Some of these younger players are like Gage Burke and Mikey Johnson are some of the notable ones I can think of.
And Papillion South calls a timeout with 4 seconds left. And as we do go around the league, Bell West is down 26-7 to Omaha North. And that game is still in the third quarter. That one is a crazy game. And also Millard North is up 31-10 versus North Platte.
There's been some pretty interesting games here in the metro area. 4 seconds remain on the clock. This game is over. And if you were to give a player of the game award, who would you give it to?
I would go with the guy that has scored 4 touchdowns on the night with Chase Cunningham, and that is Chester Mendoza. Mendoza will end out the game. And the Titans score 47, Bulldogs 8. And the Kearney Bearcats are up 43-14 against Columbus. And again, with the Bellevue West game, that score is 26-7. They are down to the number 6 Vikings by 26. And thank you to our amazing teacher, Miss Becky Hoke, and our whole crew for an outstanding stream and all of their help. Thank you to the PLV Media Parish for providing the food for our crew tonight. Also, thank you to BCDM Architects for sponsoring the meals for PLV Media.
Our next stream will feature the Titan volleyball team as they host the first round of the district play, which also is their senior night on Tuesday, October 29th. And we will be live streamed right here on PLV Media.
For me, Brody Carter, and my colleague,
V. Ploshek.
We will see you next time. Thank you for joining us.